looking back a bit, what was the 60s and 70s that led us to this golden era of reform?
I feel grossly inadequate talking about this in the company of some of the greats of those people who championed discussion about what went wrong in the 60s and 70s, in particular John Hyde, who's up the front here. But I will try and do a subtle service as best I can in explaining it. Basically, after the Second World War in particular, we had a whole series of regulatory changes in the economy, which set up, and it literally, as I just described, made uncompetitive things competitive through artificial foundations that existed throughout the economy. Under the banner of equality, infant industry arguments, the idea that we had to develop some industries to operate self-sustainability, as it were, so that we had, for instance, a car industry that operated in this country, so we could always produce cars in case of wartime we needed cars, as an example. And what it did was created all of these artificial foundations for industries, which meant we were consuming large amounts of economic resources which could be used for better purposes in other parts of the economy, more sustainably, for more competitive, viable industries, and it created problems long-term in the 60s and 70s and the early 80s.
Before you go on, what did this mean for consumers?
Oh, what this meant, okay, we can go to consumers. What this meant for consumers, they paid more and had access to less. By blocking out imports, you were effectively increasing the price of things that were produced locally. What it meant was there wasn't competition in the marketplace, or full competition in the marketplace, to put downward pressure on prices. It also stopped more innovative and better products coming into the economy. And that's bad for consumers, that's also bad for industry. I mean, it's one of these fascinating things people always talk about, imports being bad for the country. Imports are not bad. It means you have cheaper inputs into people's lifestyles and they can afford to purchase more. It means businesses can take in cheaper inputs and sell their products domestically and internationally cheaper as well. So our business is more competitive. We also get innovation. I mean, everybody loves to think of Australia as the centre of the world and that we can do anything. And I am as ambitious for this country as anybody else. But we cannot do everything in isolation. We shouldn't try to either. It's foolish. There are a lot of technologies being innovated in other parts of the world which can be adopted into our industry and our lifestyles. We didn't invent the computer, and we're quite happy to use it. And we are better for it, for bringing in that technology. And the same occurs in lots of other countries around the world, whether it be mobile telephones or anything else. It gives us access to technology we didn't develop ourselves, which can make you more effective as individuals. It's cheaper, potentially, if it's brought in from overseas. And it also means that business can be more competitive so that it can create more jobs.